What's up all my Yorkshire's droids and Wookiees, it's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and today I'm going to be talking about a little bit different than I usually talk about. I know I'm usually big on Star Wars, obviously, and other pop culture news, but today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about cancel culture and shadow banning. Now, I have talked about this before on my channel, but not to this extent in a particular incident. So, as you guys can see up on my screen, this is over on Instagram, and this is from an account called Ophelia Overdose. And as you can see, it says right here in big bold letters, "Please help me to get my account back." Now, I saw this when I went over to manually check this account, because this is an account that I have followed since 2013 to 2015 was somewhere when. I don't remember the exact date. I just know I followed this account for years because Ophelia is an incredibly talented model and costume designer, and you know, she does her own hair and she makes her own wigs, and she's just an incredibly talented artist. And I have found that the stuff that she posts on her Instagram is extremely inspiring when I am doing character designs. And so she's inspired actually a lot of my work. And when she used to be able to, put stuff in her post, which I will get to in a moment, she used to link, if she didn't design the costume, she would put, here's the costume designer, here's the photographer. And so I have found all of these other incredible artists, through her. And it's really helped me in my own process when I'm doing character designs, or when I'm trying to look for a certain lighting technique for either a painting that I'm doing, or when I'm lighting something over in, something like ZBrush and trying to do 3D, modeling, and you can do the lighting in ZBrush and stuff like that. So again, she's somebody I followed for years, that I've been inspired for years, but I've noticed recently, especially over on Instagram, that people that I followed for years that, had very large accounts and large followings that used to be all over my timelines, all of a sudden now, if I want to see their stuff, I have to manually go to their timelines, or, go to their profiles and manually go search out the stuff that they're posting, because over on Instagram, there's been a huge problem and influx of shadow banning. Now, what I've seen is people blaming it on the algorithm changing, but which, I could write off, because I know how that is over here on YouTube. They change the algorithm and it fucks up your channel until you figure out how to maneuver it again, and then all of a sudden, right when you figure it out, they change it. And it's like, great. You really want people to succeed, which blows my mind at the same time, because I'm like, these are people that have huge platforms. Ophelia has a huge platform. She has over 143,000 followers over on Instagram, and me being business minded, I'm like, Instagram, you're a business. At the end of the day, you are a business. Why would you shadow ban somebody that is literally bringing people to your platform? Why are you shadow banning your, some of your top content creators? Because they're bringing people over to your platform, and they are keeping people on your platform, and you in hand are making money from these people utilizing your platform. So it doesn't make any sense to me. But so I'm going to show you what I saw the other day over on her post, because she explains the situation, which I was completely unaware of until I saw this. So let me read all of this info for you. Maybe you have noticed that I am not really active anymore. 10 months ago, Instagram restricted my accounts and pretty much kicked me out of the community. It's really frustrating as an artist to be unable to write captions, because I love to express myself not just visually, but also verbally. I am also unable to communicate with others, as I am unable to like, post, and comment. And so that is extremely alarming, because that's part of Instagram. And so I went and I looked at a couple of her pictures, and I scrolled back pretty far just to see, the difference, so I could show you guys. So this is a picture, again, this is from almost a year ago. This is July 23rd, 2020, but this is an example. There is no description. There's no links to what the inspiration was behind this photo, or what this character is that she's dressed up as or playing. And you know, when she does make her own costume, she says, hey, I made this costume, here's the link in my store, which, you know, I followed her for years, I'm familiar with that. When she does use a photographer that has an Instagram, she links the guy's Instagram, or she links, you know, whatever, she will put the photographer's name, or if there is another makeup artist, or wherever the costuming or jewelry is from, she always goes and makes sure that she leaves it in the description, and she gives a little bit of a backstory on what the inspiration was for the photo. So obviously you can see that is not here. And then this from February 2020, she has that, you know, she explains, you know, this was, you know, from this, and it was made by this, and she gives you a little bit of an explanation behind this image, because when you look at it, it was like, wow, that's cool, but what is it? You know, where's the costume from? What is the inspiration? And, you know, you can make your own, you know, explanation for it in your head. It's like, oh, you know, this is cool. You know, me, I immediately think of more of a Star Wars-y type thing, but she has everything, you know, listed in the description over here, and she is able to put tags so that way people can find it. And so it's night and day, right? And that's kind of detrimental when somebody is trying to promote something on Instagram. So let me continue reading her post. Maybe you have noticed that I am not really active anymore. 10 months ago, oh, I think I read this one. Let's go to the next one. I keep being creative because it's what makes my soul happy, but I don't see the point in sharing my work without being able to be part of the community that I share it with. It's simply frustrating. And so she has a little example of how to help. And so it shows you step by step. And if you guys have an Instagram, I know not everyone here that is a part of my YouTube community is active on Instagram, that's fine. But if you know anyone that does have an Instagram, you know, maybe show them this, and so that way everyone that does use Instagram can help get Ophelia her account back. So she has step-by-step instructions with photos, and you know, walking through instructions, which is extremely helpful, because you know, when people can give IKEA whatever kind of grief that they want, their instructions are helpful. So it says go to settings, then go to help, then go to report a problem. Something isn't right, and then she gives you the little, you know, example of what you can write to help her. And so it says, the account of artist Ophelia Overdose and Miss Overdose Shop is broken. Please review these accounts and fix them. Thanks a lot. So I put something a little bit similar, but I did, when I reported it, I gave a little bit more of a wordy thing, and so I hope that it helps. And then she gives examples of how she can't change her profile picture. She can't change the description of her Instagram. You know, she can't, you know, comment. She can't like anything. That's incredibly frustrating. She can't leave, you know, she can't leave a little description. And there, I scrolled back to see it. I'm like, wow, it's right. There is no descriptions on any of her recent posts. And you can go back and see where that used to not be an issue. And I remember that she did interact with people. She would go and heart comments, and she can't anymore. How incredibly frustrating that must be. And again, I'm very, very much against cancel culture. You know, not everyone is going to agree on everything 100% of the time. I think the world would be incredibly boring if we did. Also, that's against human nature. And, you know, even if I don't agree with you, I believe in your right to be able to say and to post whatever the hell it is you want. That's your right as a human fucking being. And so for her, and you know, when I did share this, she did, you know, message me and said thank you for sharing this over on Instagram. And I was like, oh my god, I've been following you for years, I'm kind of a fan. So I had a tiny mini little fangirl moment. But I asked her, I was like, would you like to come on my channel and talk about this? Because, you know, I really respect you. You know, I've been following you for years. You've inspired, you know, me and my work, and some of my favorite work I've ever done. It wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for, you know, somebody like you and, you know, other artists that I was introduced to because of your Instagram. And she's like, you know, she's shy on camera. You know, she likes to tell things through photographs, which is, you know, completely different. I'm the exact opposite. I can't stand photos, but when it's videos, I feel like I'm able to express myself better. But so I asked her, I'm like, well, is it okay if I do a video about this so that way I can help you? Because I would like to help you. And I asked, I was like, did they give you any reason why they would be shadow banning you like this? Like, did you do something that broke, you know, rules of service or something like that? And she said, no, just one day, you know, they didn't give me any any reason. They didn't give me any warning. Just all of a sudden, I was shadow banned and I wasn't able to change anything. And my account is severely restricted. And it's just like, what the fuck, Instagram? Like, out of all of the accounts, I feel like Instagram's one of the most shadiest, and it is the hardest one, in my opinion, to get your foot in the door as far as, building up your platform, because it's extremely competitive and the algorithm doesn't make any sense at all. There's no logic on how Instagram works, especially when they're shadow banning a huge content creator. I wasn't kidding, guys. She has a huge following, and she has been doing this and utilizing this platform for years. And so I just wanted to make this video so that way if any of you have an Instagram and are able to help her and to go report this issue, please do it. And I mean, she has a Twitter, which I will link below, and she has a YouTube channel if you are not on Instagram, if you want to go show her some support. She also has a store, which I have linked below if you want to go show her some support there. She's not very active on other platforms like Twitter or like YouTube, but maybe if she got a little bit more support there, maybe she would be able to express herself on those platforms and not have to focus so much, or have to rely so much on Instagram, which is true, shown their true colors, that they are not against, just stabbing a content creator in the back like they've done with her in this, one of the most intense forms of shadow banning I've ever seen. Because, I mean, I followed her for years, not just on my YouTube, Star Wars Girl Instagram account, but over on my art Instagram account. And I've had to go and manually look up her account. You don't really think about it at first, because maybe it's just I follow too many people on Instagram, but I'm just like, yeah, like I feel like for the past year and a half, I've actually had to manually type in her account to go and see her stuff, which I mean is kind of irritating, because when somebody posts something and you're following them, you expect them to come up in your feed. But this isn't anything new. I mean, I say it in every single video. If you are subscribed to my channel, make sure that you smash the little bell, make sure it's set to all, or else you don't get notifications for my videos. So it happens over here on YouTube. It happens on Twitter. It really happens on Instagram. And so if you guys are against cancel culture, and if you guys can help her and help her get unshadow banned, it would mean a lot to me and to her as well. And again, this is somebody that I followed for years, somebody that I have, a lot of respect for as a fellow artist, and she's inspired a lot of my work, and so I really want to help her. And so I just wanted to make this video to kind of help make everyone aware of this and of this situation. And if you can help, it would mean the world to me. And everyone, again, thank you so much. Everything is linked below in the description of this video, and thank you so much for watching this far through. If you liked this video, go ahead and smash the like button, but also please, if you can, go over and support Ophelia on her other platforms like Twitter, like YouTube, and if you are on Instagram, go over and support her there and help report this issue. I will be adding Twitter over on, or I will be adding Instagram over on Twitter to see if they'll do anything. I doubt it though, but I'm going to try. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. If I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need that. Bye. Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know, if you didn't know already, that I have an Etsy where I sell prints of my artwork. I got horror villains, Marvel, DC, and Star Wars characters. The latest Star Wars character that I just added was the one, the only, Gina Carano as Cara Dune. Now, Gina herself even loved the painting. So if you want to go check that out, the link is in the description of this video. They are selling like crazy, and I am still only in the pre-sale, so go pick that up before they're gone.